Many years ago, I owned a Toyota Echo. Small and expensive car. One day it needed fixing. And with my rudimentary mechanical knowledge, I decided I could do it. So I just needed the right instructions. I just needed a manual. And that was the easy part. Because repair manuals always existed for, different brands of cars. I just needed to find the right one for my little Toyota Echo. Or at least that's what I assume I needed. Well, turns out that Toyota hadn't published the manual, at least not in print. And in electronic format, I did find it. It was an Access Toyota service that opened up all the vehicles that they had, and that's not what I wanted. I just wanted just a manual for my little car, for my little Toyota Echo. I kept searching, and you did find some manual in some capacity in some other places in the internet that they were not the right place to go at. Early internet, a lot of different things. What did I do then at that point? I tried to fix my car because I thought I could do it. I just needed the right instructions. So I tried to fix it, and what ended up happening? Yeah, I did not do a good job. I had to wait until the mechanic went to my house about a month later to fix the fix that I made. And, out there in my house, I got things that I think I can fix, and there are things that I will not touch. But there are people that know how to do all these things. Also, just like so many years ago with my little Toyota Echo, these people need just the right set of instructions because that information is out there. Companies have them hidden away in places that sometimes are not available or simply they really don't exist online for people to go buy and use them. You can find information out there on the internet. There are people that really, really enjoy figuring things. They enjoy taking things apart, putting them back together, and figuring out how they work. But their frustration is always the same. It's like, this information already exists. The companies have the manuals for this. We will be doing so much more if we don't have to figure this out. It's just a matter of the companies providing it. It's just, it's not just the manual. They even have the problems and even how to use diagnostic equipment just to connect to the equipment that they are trying to fix because the companies are not there. It's like trading a bricklayer that they cannot build the building if they don't use a specific brand of cement. That's not how things are built. You just need the tools and the equipment and you put it all together. It's also true that today is not like the days that people like to think that they could just, if they were to have just a box of tools, a six-pack, and a weekend, they'll be able to fix it. That's not all the days. We have many electronic parts that make all of these components much more complex. If we were just to have the right equipment, the right programming tools, that knowledge can be transferred to people that know how to deal with the electrical components and the mechanical parts of things. So if I were president, I would push for companies to be required to have that information accessible out. And I'm not saying that they give it out free. I'm just saying that the information should be accessible because our economic model today is based on consumption. For now, manufacturing centers are not coming back. That's a simple truth. They're not coming back. We move our manufacturing centers somewhere else so that we could buy cheap without looking at exactly how those things were made cheaply out there. So we don't always want to buy another thing new. Sometimes if we can repair them, we'll repair them. If that information is out there, we'll be able to have repair people that will extend the life of the things that we own. After all, you don't want to spend money on things that you don't want to spend or things that are too expensive, that they look like they can be fixable. Think of a washing machine. Those things can last for a long time, but sometimes people have this idea that they break very easily and there's no way or easy way to fix them. If you were to have companies out there that if you were to have a requirement for companies to provide the information and the tools necessary for it, you have a new crop of people that can be employed in a service that we know that it works because it used to work. we have people doing repairs. We have people coming to our houses or to places that we could bring our equipment and have those people repair, and the equipment will sit there for a couple of years or, maybe a couple of decades. Also, the other benefit of having repair people is that those repair people will have opinions. We will be people that know how things work. It will be people that know how things are put together. It will be people that know how easy or difficult it is to do all the things necessary to get that thing fixed. And if they were to talk and say, hey, this brand has this useful feature or this useful way of addressing the equipment through all of its life, companies most likely will start paying attention. They will start building things better. They will start providing better access to it. And when it's time for a company to retire service or an equipment, you will have a crop of people. You have these other service people that will be able to maintain the life of that equipment. Because people are, we are tinkerers. Not only can we fix it, we will have people that will look at whatever makes those components tick, not only in the mechanical way, but in the electronic part, and will continue providing fixes for those pieces of equipment. This already happens today. If you are going out and finding forms of phones, you will see phones that have their operating system out there because it's Android, it's open, but that in which people are simply slowly rebuilding functionality because people like to have certain control over their equipment. So they keep adding functionality slowly over time. This is not something that I think is out of anyone's hands. It's just a matter of requiring a new way of working. And within that new way of working is the access to the electronics, to the software behind it, which today still have a little trouble having people tinkering with that, but that's something else that we can work with. So for the short while, for the actions that we need right now, we simply need access to repairability so that we can have a new way to address some of the economic problems that we have, to address some of the opportunities for people out there. So simple and easy.